Okay. Test. 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 Hallo. Ja. Very good. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. I decided to sit here in front of my favorite place because when I paint, I like to look at the altar. And on my altar, there are so many small things I collected from my journeys, from my travelings. So this is for me such a beautiful place. You can see it. Yeah, I show you my room. Oh, as you can see, there is my wardrobe, as well as here in this luggage. And small cupboard. Here is tiny bathroom. This is very cozy and nice bed. And over there is the kitchen. Okay, so I'm in Rishikesh now. And I'm doing an Ayurveda cure. And in this Ayurveda cure, I was detoxing a lot the body, the intestine, the colon, the digesting tract. And why did I do this? People who know my past, they know that I was always suffering with food and that I always had to do something with food. I was working with food, my education was a chef in this lifetime, so the first thing I learned is how to cook food, how to sell food, how to design food, how to make profit out of food, and how to balance stress out with food. Yes. So the most of the time I struggled with eating disorders. I tried to cool my emotion. I tried to release stress. And why did I try that? Because there were some imbalances in my system. And the first thing you do as a kid is you learn. So I learned, because food was always there in my family, I learned I can just eat that and then I feel satisfied and then I can relax. And this is so deep-rooted, what we learn as kids, that it became a pattern and it formed also my whole life. And now I'm traveling since long time and I was always searching for myself and for well-being in this body. And I found so many things out. I found out that we are spiritual beings, that we are on our journeys here as spiritual beings in a human body, that everything is energy and comes from the first intention, that we are part of the creation which is powerful, and that food is simply given to us by nature to nourish this beautiful body which is also nature, which is also given to us from the creation. Okay, let's wait until this guy drove out of the house. Okay, wait. Yeah, India is sometimes loud. Okay, so what I wanted to say, food. No, I said about the journey, yes. Okay, in my journey I understood a lot of things. And that food actually is just out of nature, a gift for us to nourish this body and to keep this body healthy, that spices and herbs, that they can keep us healthy and that food is our medicine. And food should not be abused for us when we feel bored or when we feel stressed. And this is okay to do this for a while until we realize this is not beneficial for us, because then we get maybe sick in this body, or the root why we eat is very deep and we cannot understand the cause, the root. So holistically, when you eat and when you abuse food, for example, as I did, I was just not feeling loved or not feeling well or not feeling whole because of some childhood experiences I had, and they were hard for me. So the first thing I did, I learned how to calm myself down and how to feel good. We're all here to feel good, right? And it's not our fault that we choose the outside to help us to feel good, because it is just what is there. The first thing, the simplest thing is there, and this is nowadays food, alcohol, consuming a lot of things. And the industry knows that we all suffer from mental and emotional root causes, and that we don't know how to deal with them, so we work more, we eat more, we spend more money to feel more satisfied. But the satisfaction is coming from our own being, because our natural being is amazing, full of joy and love. But when we cannot feel it, we are simply taking stuff from the outside. We fulfill this need, this lack. And this is okay, because we're here to learn. We learn that we are not in the outside, that everything starts from within. So let's talk about food. Nowadays, what can you do? First of all, observe why you eat. Observe if you're really hungry. Observe what you eat when you're really hungry. So you're just observing your own patterns. And this is very powerful. You're observing what you're doing, meaning you can change it. Everything you can observe, you know it's not me, it's just the body and the old self. But it's not necessary anymore to do this, to continue this pattern, so you can change it. And this is your creation force. This is an intelligence what is coming to you, and it's working for you. This is your skill, let's say. So when you see I'm not hungry but I'm eating because I feel fucking bored, or I feel stressed, or I feel not satisfied in my body, or I feel a lack of love, okay, just observe it first and see what you can change. What is a small change where you can start? And when you feel, for example, wow, I feel actually very sad, now I eat chocolate. Okay, you observe it, you eat chocolate. Sometimes cacao helps us a lot to feel more satisfied, but it should not be a pattern, and you should not suffer from getting diabetes or so many other weird illnesses. The pharma industry created for us so many illnesses, and yes. So first of all, observe when you eat, why you eat, and what you eat. Because I can tell you, naturally, we eat just because we are hungry, and now we are conditioned to eat more times per day. And sometimes I eat one time per day, a nice healthy meal, and I feel completely well for the whole time. And I just drink a lot of juices, and I love juices. And I also love to eat. Guys, I'm the best example for transformation. I had 105 kilo. I was weighing as much as my dad was weight. As my dad was heavy, like 105 kilos, and now maybe 56. And this is a long story behind all of this. First, I had overweight because I was sad. Then I was feeling not good enough. Then I lost a lot of kilos. Then I had bulimia. And all of these stories, they came to me to come out of it, because I realized I'm not this. I'm learning from this. There's an intelligent force who wants to learn here, who wants to share this knowledge with other people. That we not suffer, that we can be aware of us, that we can become smart and clever, that we can feel good in this body, that we can love this body, that we can enjoy nature, that we can use food and not abuse food. And I can understand you if you say, I'm sad now, I eat chocolate. I can totally understand you, I'm getting it. Because I did this a lot of time and then I puked it out again. 15 years long, all secretly, because I felt guilt, shame, fear, all the energy, the lower energies I experienced. To learn, to come back to a normal state of my own being, which is an amazing feeling. Because the body is made here for us and it's beautiful, and if this body is in a harmony, the mind is in a harmony, our heart is open, our chakras are balanced, our energy is flowing, we are just aware and we are in the present moment, and we can enjoy life so much. We can enjoy the presence, the gifts of God, of creation, and we learn, we travel, we experience with other people together. It's amazing. But to come to this point was a long journey, and I learned to heal emotions, feelings, ego, mind, thoughts, because everything is interconnected. You have so many layers, so many bodies, and we think we are this physical body because we can see this, but that what we cannot see is the old stories, the old patterns, invisible bodies, astral body, causal body, pranic body, but we can feel. And if you feel not good when you eat, and you eat and afterwards you feel a little bit good, after that you feel guilty, then you maybe might puke it out also, or you think I'm not pretty enough, or whatever causes you to think this crazy stuff, whatever is conditioned in you or is conditioning you to do this, it is not you. You have to come back to your natural state of being. And your natural state of being is very beautiful. It's very unique. You are an individual being on this earth, coming from creation, which wants to experience life in this body. You are part of creation, or part of God, what incarnated here for experience and learning, to feel the senses, the material realms. So this might be new for a lot of people already. Okay, let's stay more grounded, because I'm a person, I'm observing so many things. Energetically, I see so many things, I feel so much, that I have to come back to the roots, to the base. The base is see why you eat, when you eat, and observe if this is really necessary, and what you eat. Maybe you can buy any nice small notebook, any small notebook, and you can just write down when you sit and when you realize, okay, now I'm sitting here, the body has any cravings, I'm sitting here, why do I eat? Do I eat because my belly says I'm really hungry? Sometimes we eat when we're not even hungry, because it's our conditioning to sit at this time, to do this with other people, but it's long time not necessary anymore to do this, because we are so individual in our own eating rhythm. There are specific types of beings, archetypes, and everybody is very unique in their eating habits, what they need, what is natural for them, and you have to find it out by yourself. I cannot tell you now eat this and this and that. it is it's a fine-tuning of your being. And when you are confused, when you don't know anymore why you eat and what you eat and how to eat, and then you can see you are overwhelmed already in your head. You are stressed. So try to calm your mind, come into a state where you're relaxed and observe what are you eating, why are you eating, and yeah, very simple. Why are you eating? Observe why are you eating, what are you eating, write it down and see if you can change it. And your heart is always telling you, yes, maybe you can change it and you can eat something natural. You can exchange that food into something more natural. A lot of people eat instant noodles or industrial food, which is produced with an energy because of business, because of money, because it must be fast and it must last long time, like it must be eatable for a long time, but this is all not natural. For me, I'm a very natural person, so I like food, organic food, which is growing around me, which is seasonal, and if I can get that, I try to produce it with my own hands, try to cook it by myself, and I can eat and enjoy it. And I try not to use food because I'm stressed. If I realize I'm stressed, I can do yoga, breath work, I can do a meditation, I can walk in nature to release the stress. And then I eat because I feel this would be good for my body now. I'm an intuitive eater. Like every plan you give me, I don't like. So for me, planning is important for some things, but I'm very intuitive because I'm a person of feeling. I can feel what the body needs. I can feel what my heart and my soul needs and what not. What energy I'm in, if I like this energy or not. And this fine-tuning with so many different cures and learnings and teachings since the last few years became amazing, because you're becoming more you. You're becoming more your own being again as you came. And you can embody this knowledge. Okay, so first of all, again, realize when you eat, why you eat, and what you eat. And write it down and observe and ask your own guru. Let's call it your inner guru, which is intelligent. You have this divine intelligence within you, coming from your heart, what knows this is good for me, this is not good for me. And ask your soul, is this really good for me? Maybe your belly says no. Your conditioning says probably, yes, come on, eat this noodle soup, because you're used to it, you eat it all the time. But listen to this inner intelligence, this inner heart wisdom of yourself, to your own guru, and see, is it really good for me? And listen to this guy even more, step by step, because we are so conditioned in the outside world, or to the outside world, that we think this is us, but this is not us. You become you when you feel inside, when you observe, when you reflect, and when you take time for yourself. Okay? So I cannot tell you what to eat, what you need, but I can remind you, if you have the feeling you are overwhelmed, you feel there is an eating disorder in your system, there is an unhealthy habit, there is a suffering, there's an illness, there's a sickness, what came up to the body. Observe it, because this is especially there for you to show you how it's not working anymore. What is happening when we are not aware of our thoughts, feelings, actions. This is what I can tell you for now. And as I said, when you eat, try to eat what is growing around you, what is ecological, biological, very good food. Try to prepare it with your own hands, with your own energy. Eat plant-based. Eat the whole rainbow colors of fruits and vegetables. Drink some clean water. And start with that. Simply start with this. Okay? And you will see something change and it makes you feel good. Continue going this way. Okay? So another old story. I'm 34 years old now. And I have a lot of knowledge about, or to me was shown a lot of knowledge about food, about feelings with people, about connections with people, about lacks of love, lacks of satisfaction, of happiness, of joy. And whatever you're doing, what you're doing right now, don't blame yourself. Just simply accept what is now, look at it and see you are not it, you are the one who can change it right now. This is how I transformed. I realized something, this is not good, that causes me pain and suffering, and I have to do something about it to release it, because it's not me. It's not me. I'm not the conditionings of the systems, of the medias, of schools. I was always a very different person, and I'm happy that I continue walking on this path. Because I always wanted to know, who am I? And why am I here? I was really a truth seeker, and I'm still learning every day. Every day for me is one life, with a specific energy, specific learning. And I'm happy that I can do this here in this lifetime now. And I'm happy that I can speak with you, and I'm even more happy if this is somehow interesting for you, and that you can work with that. And write some comments down under this video, because it's very much about connection to our selves. We have to connect with people, we have to speak about it. I didn't speak about my inner world, about these feelings in the head, about a long time, and that created huge illusion, huge suffering. So whatever we feel, we have to speak about it, we have to observe it, we have to share. When we create connection, we realize that we are always connected, and that we can exchange energies that makes us feel good. Okay, so we are not just simply here one individual, we are always connected to the divine. We are interconnected, we are a multi-dimensional being. And yeah, oh my God, there's so much we can learn about our beings, it's amazing. This is the school of life. And see if you're really feeling good in the school of life. If you don't feel good here in your life, change it. Because you can. You are the transformer of your life. Okay? Namaste. Let me know how this video was for you. Love you guys. I don't know. Any question is welcome. I have so much knowledge, sometimes it is not so easy to make it short and simple, and a lot of topics I could speak about, but I guess for today it's fine. Yeah. Blessings to you. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste. Greetings from Rishikesh.